Paul Rudd stars as Ned, a seemingly clueless idealist whose life falls apart after he gets out of jail for dealing pot. When his fed-up girlfriend breaks up with him and takes his beloved dog too, Ned crashes into the very orderly lives of his 3 exasperated sisters, relying on them for shelter and support. But Ned's earnestness shines through as his siblings realize that family ties take priority over everything else in Our Idiot Brother.
So, Our Idiot Brother, we've all just seen it. What'd you guys think?
You know, I really wanted to like this movie a lot because I am a huge Paul Rudd fan. I just have to say that they let me down. The film let me down. Our Idiot Brother let me down. And I think that the biggest problem with this story is its lack of irony. We've seen this kind of premise work before. It worked excellently in things like The Big Lebowski, Forrest Gump, Being There. These are all stories where you have some kind of character that is aware but not really aware. They function as a catalyst for change for everybody else's lives, and you have to have irony to make that happen, and these writers, they just don't get that.
I would never say that about you.
He just so didn't say that about you.
Thank you. Please tell her I didn't say that, Ned.
He said that your personality gets in the way of your looks. Your very good looks.
Dude, do you have Tourette's?
The film didn't really know what it wanted to be because the first 2 acts, it just kind of meanders a bit. It's a little bit funny here and there, but then the 3rd act, it tries this dramatic push out of nowhere, almost turning it into like a family film.
And I think that you're right. I think that this kind of push that happens in the 3rd act, which is, for me, when the film actually comes together, which is odd, is that we don't see the connections between the siblings prior to that. And it's kind of a hot mess.
Is it Zooey that's making you angry?
Oh, Zooey kind of always makes me angry.
Especially in this one, too. Yeah, she's a flop. I'm sorry. I know that's your girl. I know you're gonna go to bat about this, but I'm sorry, she flopped. She was trying so hard to be funny. I mean, not just her, the other 2 sisters as well, but her especially.
You used to be so hot, Liz.
Yes.
You know, I remember all my friends lusting after you. They thought you were like awesome.
Yes, you had the great boobs and you were always tall. And
You're still tall.
Yeah.
I am a Zooey fan.
I know you are, man.
I think Zooey and these other 2 actresses, Elizabeth Banks and Emily Mortimer, aren't necessarily doing anything wrong. They're not bringing anything...
Except Emily's struggling with that American accent.
She has some struggles with the accent, but I don't think that their individual performances are really the problem here. I think the problem is that the script simply doesn't craft them a believable character, and it doesn't give them enough to do within the plot. And I think that the director sort of said, I'm going to assemble 3 talented women, put them in a room together, stick a camera on them, and hope that something funny happens. And he doesn't motivate the characters to do anything that really brings it about.
I think that you're right. I think that Jesse Peretz, who interestingly directed Paul Rudd in one of Paul Rudd's earlier films, a film with Romany Malco called The Chateau.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
And we see a lot of charm coming out of Paul Rudd in that movie. So I'm trying to figure out what happened, dude. He's flat in his composition as a director. This director did not direct for comedy. He did not direct for reactions, close-ups, expressions. And it's like, dude, directing 101. They try and force quirk on us throughout this movie.
Big time.
And they try and do it with costuming and bad wigs and people telling you that this guy is really an idiot, but he doesn't really do anything very idiotic.
Yeah. You really want to like him, but he's also extremely infuriating. And I think that Paul Rudd plays that character so well that I like him, but I just hate these decisions that he does. I'm like, you're a good guy. Why are you so stupid? Or why do you make these silly decisions?
Well, Paul Rudd, for me, was what made this an enjoyable experience. And not just Paul Rudd. There were 2 supporting characters in this film that had relationships with Paul Rudd that I thought were genuinely funny characters and had genuinely funny moments. And that's Paul Rudd's ex-girlfriend, played by Catherine Hahn. She's this
The
pacifist weed farmer who, wants to confront everything with love. And you've also got Steve Coogan, who has a full frontal nude scene in this picture, which might be the highlight of the movie. And I think that those are the genuine moments that kept me in it. And I think when it comes down to it is, despite script problems and despite performance problems, was this film funny? And for me, it was funny with those 2 supporting characters and with Paul Rudd sort of being the centerpiece of this story.
All right, shall we grab our tickets?
Let's do it. I really enjoyed Paul Rudd in this movie. I thought he was funny, but the very strained and really unfunny performances by the 3 sisters really just makes this a streaming. So Watch it at home.
Well, I would not have my idiot brother drive me to the movie theater. I wouldn't have my idiot brother ever drive me, but I would sit down with him and watch it on the couch because I think it's funny.
All right.
Well, I guess I'm the party pooper. I love Paul Rudd, but I do not feel that these people should be given any kind of marks for viewing it because they didn't do their due diligence. And so, I'm gonna say skip it.
Just breathe. Just breathe. It's okay.
Woosah. Well, that looks like it's 2 half tickets, which is a stream it for our idiot brother.
Hey, you.
You guys just overrode me. All right. I ain't mad at you now.
Cheers.
I made some brownies if you guys want.